Good morning. I'm Karen Taradas with Social U. It's time for What's Up Wednesday, where we come to you live every Wednesday morning with social media and digital marketing tips, tricks, and trends. All this month, we're doing an education, I guess basics. I hate to say basics because even if you've been doing this for a while, some of this information might be new. So let's foundation information, the who, what, why, when, where. Last week we talked about, what did we talk about last week? We've covered in the last 2 weeks which platform is the best platform for you and something else that I will go look at in a minute and find out. But today we're going to talk about what time. What is the best? How often? Last week, how often do you post? So today we're going to talk about what day, what time. So when should you be posting to get your biggest bang? So let me just get these two tiny things out of the way before we get started. Number one, it's relative. This has got to be one of the most difficult pieces I've had to research because after all the research, a lot of the major resources totally disagree. There's some overlap, and I focused on the overlap, but Sprout, Hootsuite, HubSpot, they have some very differing information. So I will tell you, number two, make sure you look at your own analytics. Nobody knows it like you do. And you can't, instead of guessing, if you've been posting for, 30 days, 60 days, take a look at your own stats and analytics. It will tell you what you need to know. Hey, Justina, how are you this morning? So let's go ahead and get started. And I'm going to cover all the platforms. So Facebook is first. Yes, you still need to be on Facebook. And again, these times are so different. Buffer is saying weekdays and Saturdays between 1 and 3. Sprout Social says Wednesdays between 11 to 1. HubSpot says Thursdays and Fridays 1 to 3. Crazy. Okay, there's a ton of these. The translation, they all cross over between 1 and 3 in the afternoon, and without fail, they all pretty much say that Sunday's the worst. So you're going to get your biggest bang for your buck Monday through Saturday. I would say pick 3 to 5 of those days, and that's when you need to post. Now, if you go look at your analytics on Facebook, it'll tell you when you peak, so you'll know the best time to post. But I'm guessing in the afternoon. And we've experienced, depending on the industry, like if you're a realtor, posting in the late afternoon seems to be really much better than the morning. I don't know why that is, but in Birmingham, that's the way it is. So go and look at your own analytics. But I would say if there's any doubt in your mind, afternoons between 1 and 3 are great. And your busiest traffic days all of these say Thursday, Friday, Saturday, every single one of them. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Monday, it's hit or miss. It has potential, but Thursday, Friday, Saturday are your big days. Okay, Instagram differs not only by day because you peak at different times on different days, which is nuts, but by industry. Yeah, you heard that right. The generally accepted best time for Instagram is split. It's either 11 to 2 p.m., like 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., or in the evening. So what we have found to be one of the best traffic times for most of our customers is between 2 in the afternoon to 7 p.m. at night. Now, if you're not scheduling, nobody wants to be posting in their, during their family time or during dinner. That's no fun. So schedule if you can. But if it's an inconvenience, just do it a little bit earlier, maybe 3 or 4 o'clock, and see if those stats work for you. Just general posting Monday through Friday in the morning at 11 o'clock works really well. The best day of the week overall is Tuesday. The worst day of the week, you guessed it, Sunday again. That's when the stats are the lowest. So if you have a doubt about Instagram, try 11 a.m. Again, very consistent across all platforms and industries. 11 a.m. versus the afternoon between 2 and they say 2 to 5, but we've had a lot of success after 5 as well. Again, it depends on the industry. Realtors do really well at night. It's crazy, right? So I'd say in the afternoon between 2 and 5, 11 or 2 to 5. Tuesdays are the best. Okay, and you guys, if you have questions, stop me. I'm happy to answer any questions. Just let me know. Hey, Paul, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And thanks for popping in. I always appreciate it. Let's see what else. Who's next? Somebody's got to be next. Pinterest. Pinterest is a little different. It's a lot different. really and truly, the best day is Saturday. Surprise. The best time is nighttime. Why is that? Because the women who are on Pinterest have put their kids to bed, and that's their free time, and that's when they get online. So you kind of have to cater to that audience. Pinterest is still 85% female, and that's when most women surf online, is at night. There's no job, their family responsibilities are done, and that's when they're online. Other good times to pin, it's 9 p.m. Yikes. Or early in the morning. When I say early in the morning, they're saying between 8 and 1 a.m. Okay. Nobody's got time for that. Okay. And as it crosses over, there's two choices: early in the morning. And again, their version of early is like 2 to 4 a.m. Now, if you're scheduling through Tailwind, that's great. If you're not scheduling, nobody wants to get up at 2 o'clock and pen. That's nuts. Or late at night between 8 and 11. Okay, so what does that mean for you as a business owner? It means Pinterest weights their pins. The first 5 pins you pin every day after midnight carry the most weight. So if you are pinning ideally somewhere between 30 and 60 pins a week, your first 5 pins every day should be totally your own. Those are the pins you pin from Instagram. Those are the pins you pin from your blog. And you can schedule that stuff through Tailwind, or if this, then that. There are tools to schedule so that you don't have to be online all the time. And then in the afternoon, if you're consistently pinning 5 pins a day, 6 days a week, that's 30 pins. That's all you need. And, taking the time to pin 5 pins, it's not a lot. If you want to up your game a little bit, you can repin. Again, you always want to start with your own stuff and then repin other stuff. I will tell you, this is super fun. Thanks, Pinterest. They have now decided new pins outweigh old pins. So they're going to pay more attention to the newer stuff than they are to the older stuff. They may change their mind in 5 minutes. Guys, that happens. Best time for the wedding industry. On which platform, Linda? On Instagram, Facebook, generally in Birmingham. And it's very split. It's either early in the morning, like 11 a.m., or later in the afternoon between 3 and 5. On both Facebook and Instagram. I should probably clear that up. But look at your stats. They will tell you when your folks are online. And Linda, if I didn't answer your question correctly or well, tell me. Instagram and Facebook. Yeah. Instagram and Facebook, you're looking at 11 a.m. or in the afternoons, 3 to 5. And you're looking at your high traffic days tend to be Thursday, Friday, Saturday for both of those. Sunday is the least, which is kind of stinks because that's when most wedding professionals are off. And we're back. My Wi-Fi is not doing great today. So you guys, thanks for bearing with me. Okay, so Pinterest, overall concession, of course, Friday, Saturday are your best days to pin. Save your own stuff for the first things you do after midnight. Now, first thing after midnight can be 8 in the morning for you. It doesn't have to be 12:05. Just the first pins of the day. Because again, Pinterest is going to weight those and give the most, lend the most credibility, give the most attention to those. And make sure your descriptions and keywords are there so people can find those pins. Okay, next. LinkedIn. Weekdays. Absolutely, without fail. What's the worst day? Sunday. Absolutely. Sunday's the worst day on almost every single one of these. The best days are Tuesday through Thursday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And 9 a.m. Why 9 a.m.? Well, because people are just getting to work and they have their daily stuff. They go through emails and then they jump online. It's just kind of how it falls out. Definitely in Birmingham, 9 a.m. is the best time to post on LinkedIn. You can absolutely schedule those through Hootsuite. Love Hootsuite. Best days for LinkedIn are Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay, why are they so different from the others? Well, because it's a business platform. So people are working. That's when they're doing their business. So that's when they want to think about other business related things. So 9 a.m. is really a great time to post. And no later than 11 for sure. Because a lot of times once they go to lunch, it's over. Tuesdays and Wednesdays are the best peak days. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday are the best days of the week. So if you can only post 2 or 3 times a day, 2 or 3 times a week on LinkedIn, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday are the ways to go. Okay, Twitter. Twitter is its own creature because there's such a big difference between authorities. Some people say there are businesses who tweet 100 times a day. how would you even have time to go to the bathroom? Come on. Where do you find 100 pieces of content? Do you just find a book and tweet one sentence at a time? What is that? Who can do that? Not normal business owners. But to be successful on Twitter, not only do you need to tweet at least once a day, ideally 3 to 5 times a day. Okay. So when's the best time? Noon-ish, lunchtime-ish, because that's when people are checking. Best days of the week, weird, Wednesday and Friday. Worst day of the week, also weird, Saturday. That's weird. It is dominated. It's got a lot of sports stuff on there. So I would think Saturday would be the best day. I would be wrong. Shocking. Best days, Wednesday and Friday. So if you're going to tweet, try to tweet 1 to 3 times a day. If you're not going to tweet more than several times a week, then you're not going to, I hate to tell you not to do it, but you need to really examine and make sure that's your best platform before you spend all that time and energy to cultivate it. Okay, YouTube, for folks who are on YouTube, once a week is great. The best times to upload on YouTube are Thursdays and Fridays between 12 and 3 p.m. in your time zone, or the time zone, the majority time zone of your subscribers. We normally do 2 on Friday, plus the lives that we're doing right now. But 2 on Friday was our sweet spot. And you can, of course, schedule those. So you can sit down and do a bunch of them and schedule them out so that they always hit at the same time. And on YouTube in particular, it's very critical to have it hit at the same time, because YouTube, being an extension of Google, they learn your habits and they'll go look for you. Just like your blog. If you blog every week, Friday at 10 o'clock, Google starts to be aware of that and they'll go find that information. So they want to make sure, you want to make sure that you're giving it to them at the right time so that when they go look for it, it's there. Very simple. Okay, TikTok. TikTok is really very new. And the information is all over the place because, again, it depends on what works for different people. It's skewed. So it's either morning between like 9 and 10 a.m. or afternoon like 3 to 7, just like Instagram. Shocking that they mirror each other, right? Tuesday's the best day. Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays are the best days to post. Saturdays still tend to be high traffic. Worst day? Let's hear it. Sunday. Absolutely. So TikTok, you kind of have to figure out what works for you. We're running some tests right now. I'm normally my own guinea pig. We're checking to see about posting multiple reels, slip of the tongue, multiple TikToks and multiple reels daily to see what that does for our engagement and for our numbers. So I will, by the end of this month, I'll know the answer to that and I'll be able to tell you if it helps or if it hurts. But so far, it seems to be helping tremendously. So again, TikTok reflects Instagram almost exactly, 9 to 10 or 11 in the morning. You could say 10 or 11 in the morning, and then in the afternoons between 3 and 5. That's when you're having your biggest bang for your buck on TikTok and Instagram. Also Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay, guys, that is it for when's the best time to post. Next week, we're going to answer another question. I would love to know what that is. If anybody, Bueller could tell me. Becky, do you know what the topic is for next week? We're going to look and find out. And if you guys are interested, of course, there's information from how to pick the best platform and something else. Seriously, I am not caffeinated near enough today. I'm going to need to hit the tea really hard. I got busy making my sign and didn't drink the tea. What is wrong with me today? Hey, Susan, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And you guys, if you have questions, let me know. I'm always happy to answer your questions. I feel like a lot of times the basic part is missing from a lot of plans and a lot of strategy.
What should you post?
Oh, next week, what should you post? We're going to talk about content. What should you post? And I can tell you, still get hired to talk to companies about their employees that post stuff that's just terrible, that gets them fired. So is it still critical for you to know what it is you need to post? The answer is yes, absolutely. Can you repeat the Facebook posting info again? Sure. Facebook, of course, is your big boy. Ideally, you want to post 3 times a week. And again, Facebook is very skewed. It's depending on which resource you use, Buffer, AdSprout, HubSpot, Social, they're different, but they all have generalities where they cross over. So that being said, take a look at your own stats first to help determine the best time for you. But it tends to be like Seriously, I'm going to have to make tea after this. Again, it's kind of split. You're either looking at morning time, like 9 to 11, or afternoons, 3 to 5. Most Thursday, Friday, Saturday are still your highest traffic days for Facebook. Sunday is still the worst. Yeah, and we're talking about, it varies down to the industry, not just the area that you're in, but the industry that you represent as well. So all of these resources will give you different information. I am telling you the commonality across the whole thing that they can all agree on is morning and then afternoon. One of the best things you can do is take a look at your own stats and see when people are online. Because a common mistake, a lot of wedding people are early morning people, what I've noticed, and they'll get on there on their post at 6 and 7 a.m. Nobody's looking at it at 6 or 7 a.m. Are you missing your audience? Probably. So check your stats and see when your audience is on there. I'm guessing it's either when your bride-to-be has had an opportunity to get to work and find time to get online, 9 to 11, or in the afternoon, sitting in the carpool line. That's when a lot of moms are checking things out. And, a lot of grandparents who help pay for wedding stuff, afternoons, that's their best time. So Facebook, Instagram, just general morning 9 to 11, afternoon 3 to 5. Still, Thursday, Friday, Saturdays are still your best days, your highest traffic days. Same thing for Instagram. Sunday's really the worst day across the board. And if you guys need help with scheduling, Hootsuite is a great tool. Facebook has just about made it impossible to use anything but them. They want you to use that Creator Studio to schedule Instagram and Facebook posts. It's awesome. It's free. If you don't want to use that for your Instagram, Planoly is still an awesome tool. It's free if you just have one account. And to schedule your LinkedIn or Twitter, Hootsuite, also free, great tool. You can't really schedule TikTok. You can save a bunch of videos to your drafts so that when it's time to post them, all you have to do is click it to make it go live, which kind of streamlines. You can schedule YouTube through YouTube. So streamline your life. You do not want to be a slave to your own posting. You want to control it instead of having it control you. Okay, that's it for me today. We will be back next week to talk about what do you need to post, and not just what to post, but maybe what not to post is also a good idea. And you guys let me know if there's anything you need in between. You can leave me a comment. You can send a direct message. Until next week, I am Karen Taradas, and I'm here to help. Thanks. Thanks, Justina. I appreciate it.